Bhuteshwaraya Kala Kala Kaleshwaraya Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya Shambho Shambho Mahadevaya. Well, welcome to the 8th video. I hope you can hear me, even though the wind is blowing. I'm here in the backyard here. In this video I'm going to talk about Kailash. Kailash is the name of a mountain in Tibet, which is now in China. It is located north of the Himalayas, just north of the Himalayas. And it is a mountain, like I said. It's very hard to reach to. It has an elevation of something like 14,000 feet. And it is probably the most spiritually significant place on this earth. It is spiritually significant because, as far as I know, from what I have heard and learned from Sadhguru, it is where Shiva stored his knowledge. So just a few videos ago I talked about consecration, how you can store energy into rocks and stones. That's what the first yogi did. All of the things that he knew, all of the things that he realized, and everything that he was, he duplicated it in energy form and stored it in that mountain. That mountain, like many spiritual sites on earth, you don't have to be in its physical presence to access it. In fact, you will be able to access it just by viewing and listening to this video. I would also recommend anyone watching this to YouTube search Kailash Mountain Sadhguru and watch the 10-minute videos or 15-minute videos that he has. If you watch those videos, there are a few scenes where it is so clearly visible what that place actually is, or what that being is doing over there. It is, like Sadhguru says, quoting Sadhguru basically, it is as if the first yogi, the Adi Yogi, or Shiva himself, has laid his body down in that vicinity for you and I to walk on. If there is any place on earth where we can say Shiva is there, it would be in Kailash. That mountain has enough energy to feed the world 100 times. Spiritual energy. And I use it virtually on a daily basis. There hasn't been a day that has gone by without me paying homage, paying respects, or using that mountain in some way or another. It is giving off energy constantly. It's giving off a ton of energy. And all you have to do is just be slightly receptive to it, or slightly receptive in general. And you can absorb what that mountain is giving off. I would go as far as saying that if you absorb enough of this mountain's energy, you can become indestructible. Your physical body can become indestructible. Nothing really is indestructible in that sense, but can become far more stronger than what your physical body is capable of right now. There was a point in my life about 2 years ago. Well, actually, let me backtrack. About 12 years ago, I first came in contact with this mountain by watching Sadhguru's videos online. And when I initially saw it, just the mountain, I instantly realized it was something so potent and so significant. But my intuition and desire didn't lead me any farther than that. I just knew it looked impressive, and there was something far more than what is visibly observable of that mountain. Then about 2 years ago, I again came in contact with this presence or this sphere, and it totally changed my life. I had the stomach to to digest it, or to the jaw strong enough to chew this energy, so to speak. And there would be times where for a two-week period, all I would do is just watch videos on this mountain over and over again on repeat. I couldn't get enough of this energy. I bought pictures of Sadhguru and this mountain. I had it in my room. It still is in my room. And I would look at it every day, and I would meditate. And then one day, something spectacular, magical happened. I, for the first time, got a glimpse into what this mountain actually is. Sadhguru had talked about in multiple occasions that this Kailash mountain is like a spiritual library. And he said it has strands of knowledge. And you can take a strand and you can use it to your advantage and well-being. And he said that he used a strand of knowledge that is in the mountain to heal his own body. And he kept repeating this word strand, these strands of knowledge. I thought it was a figure of speech, or just his interpretation. And then on that one day, I saw into the mountain, and the closest visual representation that I can give you that would summarize my mental image would be, there was a movie called Lucy. It's by this woman that ingests these drugs, and it gives her supernatural abilities to transcend her physical limitations and access all parts of her brain. And in one scene of that movie, she is in the car and she's looking out at the city, and people are using cell phones. And the cell phone beam, this orange beam, is traveling up straight into space. You can watch this on YouTube. That's what it was like. That's how I perceived what is inside of this mountain. It is like countless of these strands. Sadhguru also says that to be able to access this mountain, energetically speaking, to be able to use it for your own advantage and well-being, is extremely hard, very, very difficult. I have not found anything more challenging than gaining access into this sphere, to be able to use it for whatever I can use it. So something like the Dhyana Linga, which is very simple, simple in relative terms, it's very easy to access, because it's very easy to access. Because it's made by human beings, for human beings, and it's made for that. And you can't access it if you have no spiritual understanding or knowledge. But Kailash is a different story. It's not like that. You have to be a master. So in terms of what that mountain holds, I would say that I have seen, perceived, or absorbed 1%. And that's if I'm lucky. That would be my guess. Sometimes I have dreams of this mountain, and I see what it is surrounding, or what the presence that it encompasses. And when I do have these dreams, the amount of healing that my body undergoes is rapid. It's very rapid. I'm just thinking about what else I can talk about here as it relates to this mountain. One day I will visit this mountain, Kailash, China. I absolutely have to. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I would like to, at least. I don't know how my life is going to change. It is said, this is getting very kind of esoteric. It is said that people that go to this mountain and are in the sphere of its influence, which is many kilometers, that those persons' nails, facial hair, and hair in general accelerate in growth. And also time speeds up for them relative to the rest of the population on Earth. And I believe that to be 100% factual. Just from what I can see, the energy and the intensity of that place is so significant. It's so powerful that it would warp time in that sense, just like you would if you were traveling at light speed into space. You know what scientists tell us: the time dilation of people that are traveling extreme distances versus spending time here on Earth. It's also worth noting or mentioning that Sadhguru had said on an occasion that this Kailash is just Shiva's visiting Kailash. It's not the original Kailash. His original Kailash is somewhere else out there in the universe. And this is just his kind of vacation home. Which is fascinating. So, I would urge anybody that has watched this video to connect to the source through watching YouTube videos of this Kailash Manasarovar mountain, especially watching Sadhguru's videos, looking at pictures of this mountain, and in any way, shape, or form, if you can meditate and connect to the sphere, it will influence you in ways you can never imagine. That's it. Have a good day.